What'd you catch?
An opossum.
An opossum? Let me see. Oh, a possum. I hope you weren't trying to get any of our animals. Can you pull it out for me? What'd you use for bait?
I used a piece of some deer.
Oh, yeah?
Some fat.
Oh, okay. Hey, opossum.
He got his mouth stuck in the bottom, so I had to push it out.
Oh, yeah, trying to get out. Yeah,
He
he's
broke a
not
few
going
of
to like
his
being in
teeth.
there. Is it he? Or are you just
She.
saying it?
It's
She?
a she.
It's a she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, opossum. We'll let you go. We'll let you go so you can move and breed and raise families. Fill your little pouch with little joeys. It'll be good, huh? We just sent out another copy of the opossum book Pinky made to somebody who ordered one from our Etsy shop, so that was pretty cool. Oh, you're shivering. We'll get you gone. What do you think about that guy, Pinky?
He's funny.
He likes playing, don't? Hey, how old are you now?
7.
7? Oh, okay. That's his joke. He likes to say, 7. How old are you now?
Oh, he said cute.
She ran away.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing music for us.
Say thank you.
Hello.
Hey, can you ask the subscribers what's up?
Hello.
You want to say, what's up? Well, y'all, it is like tank top weather here on the homestead. We went through some hard freezes. The weather's kind of been bipolar lately, kind of getting negative in the winter. Not being so positive, but it is definitely positive today. We've had a couple nice days in a row now, and I had some different stuff rolling in and some different cool things I wanted to share with you guys. Just some variety of gifts and blessings that people have blessed us with. And just one of them, I wanted to say thank you to one of the people for sure, because I don't know who it is. One thing is if somebody asks a question in the comment section here on YouTube videos, or if they say something, unless I remember what video it was on, I have like no frame of reference for ever finding that person again, other than going through every video and combing every comment section. I can't just like type in a username in some search engine or something like that and find all their comments to me or anything like that. So if somebody asks me a question and I want to get back to it, but I don't like take a screenshot of it to show who asked it and what video it was on, or in this case, somebody asked if we had something, we said no, so then they sent it to us, but I have no idea who it is. So how do I thank them? Well, I have to do something like this. So that's what we're gonna do. So one of the main reasons to make this video is this jacket right here. Somebody asked if we ever had like a Freedom Foundry jacket or something like that, and I told them I hadn't even heard of that. And then they sent us one, which is pretty crazy and pretty awesome. I got it in the mail a bit ago, but I wanted to kind of make this video and stuff, so I hadn't even opened it yet. I just took it out of the package now. I saw what it was, and then I remembered their comment and stuff, and wow. First of all, this is a flannel, so it looks kind of lumberjacking, right? Today, if I was out in the shade and only working mildly, this would probably be a good one for today. Freedom Foundry is the the company there. This one's a large. That's what I told them I liked, and it's the charcoal 22 color. First of all, the inside of here feels amazing. It's soft, not quite like an opossum, but it's soft. You know, opossums are like luxurious, super soft. Large is definitely a good size for me. I'm just under 6 feet tall, so like 5'10", 5'11", and these days I weigh about 200 pounds, maybe a little more this second. But boy, that's a good fit, and I definitely like it. I don't know who sent this. If you guys want to be anonymous, that's fine. But I asked that you'd comment on one of my other videos. I'll see it as a new comment, even if you comment on an older video. If you don't mind receiving the recognition, comment on this video if you see this. This is awesome. I'll probably wear this for the thumbnail, just so that you can see, hey, wait, he's got a new one on, and it's the one I sent him. Maybe that'll encourage you to watch the video if you don't catch them all. Whoever did, though, thank you. This is an incredible fit. I really like the look and the color. I'm definitely a more dark color guy, just because I live such a dirty life sometimes. Wow. Just putting it on, like, I really like this. And of course, with a tank top on underneath, I can feel kind of how it feels. This is amazing. I never heard of this company before. I'll see how it does, like, in the elements. But I think this is going to be very warm. And it definitely looks nice. So whoever did that, thank you. Thank you very much. And I'll probably check in with Mama now in this video before I get to a couple other things. You look well today. How are you?
I'm doing good.
And how's the baby doing?
She is doing okay. She's a little bit under the weather.
A little bit of runny nose and a little cough, right?
Yes. But for the most part, she's doing well. She's nice and plump and happy. She's cooing and making her little baby sounds and smiling a lot. So it's a nice, fun stage.
Yeah, I know. Even yesterday, when she first saw you, she got up from her nap, and I picked her up and was hanging on to her for a while. And then when I brought her to Mom, I mean, she just like lit up with so much joy, so much, just happiness. We got to film some of that sometime because I know some of you guys are gonna be blessed by it. Just what a cute, happy little baby. Just seeing her mom, and I mean, there's so much that, of course, her mom provides for her at this point. That it's a very happy, special time for a baby to be reunited with her mom, even if she just fell down for a nap and woke up. So, in some amazing gifts lately, what do you got there?
So we got this pressure canner. One of our friends from Missouri saw that we had the fire in our storage unit, and they had this pressure canner in their storage or something like that, their basement or something, and they decided to bless us with it since they heard that ours was in there. So we got another pressure canner.
Yeah, a lot of times 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So I bought a brand new backup one, shoved it in storage in the shipping container, and then lit my shipping container on fire. And sadness.
So, but we may still be able to use that one because we can try to wash that one off since it's metal.
All right.
So now we will have.
And what was cool about what was in here when we got it?
We had some of our things, some of our belongings that we left behind. I don't know what's in here right now though.
About nothing.
Okay, it's just the instruction book and the weight thing for pressure canning.
Oh yeah, very nice.
That is that.
Remember when I was talking about someone waking up all happy? That's not what she's doing right now. Yeah, it was cool too because we like to visit our friends periodically, and we left a number of things behind. So when they opened it, it was just full of our stuff, and the person in the family who was giving us like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. And I'm like, no, I think that's all our stuff. Like, I recognize that. So thank you so much if you guys see this video. Also, Uncle Russell up there is a big inspiration to me. We actually visited him and came back. And that's when I knocked out this wood project in here. Still working on the trim. Got some stuff in the works for that. Just actually talked to a friend of ours who we were using as a consultant on part of the project. Happened to run into her at the one of the stores. You know what? Let me tell you a little bit about the stores. But yeah, so we're gonna be ready to move forward with some stuff. Maybe when I'm cutting up a deer on Sunday, I'll be working on some of that too. Okay. Thanks, darling. I wanted her just to stop in and join in the video for y'all. So thank you, darling.
I'm also working on some fermented foods, which is really cool because I have been wanting to do some kimchi for quite a while, and I actually just got to it. I don't know if I did it right though, but
do you want to show?
We'll see. Sure.
Bring the kimchi.
And my other fermented.
Where is it?
It's on the counter.
It's the only
celery.
jar full of kimchi. Oh yeah, celery. We've got a friend.
Yes, I do have a friend.
Ooh, what?
I have a ferment buddy who shares with me different things she's fermenting at times. And so she kind of inspires me to do different things. So she did some celery recently because there was a sale on celery and like a bunch of celery. So she fermented some, and so when we went to visit, she let us try some, and it was really good. And before that, I was thinking like fermenting celery, it's all right. I don't know if I really want to try that, but I did try hers, and so now I'm fermenting my own celery because we have a lot of celery. So
Darling, so that's
I
could
can't
be your
wait to try it.
kimchi, huh?
So this is what it looks like. That's how much I got filled with what I had. I used one head of Napa cabbage, and Papa just bought me another head of Napa cabbage for $1.
This one looks bigger.
So I want to make another batch as well, but it smelled really good when I did it. And I did not use the peppers you're supposed to use, which is the, I don't know how to say it, garangachu or garangaru, Korean red peppers. But I just used cayenne pepper and cayenne pepper powder. So the pepper flakes and the powder is what I did and mixed them all up. But it still smells really good. I think it'll taste good, and just we'll see how it does. I think I'm just going to try it for a few days, ferment it for a few days, and then try it and see if it's where I like it. But I'm really liking kimchi a lot
And why do you like fermented foods?
because they're so good for our bodies, and they have so many vitamins and nutrients, and it's so nutrient dense. And I just want my body to work the way it should and have the nutrients that it needs. So that's why I do this stuff, but I also just really love the flavors as well. I like spicy, but I like a lot of flavor, and it just is the perfect food for all those desires, I guess.
Nice.
And my celery is not here. She forgot to bring my celery, but it's just chopped long sticks of celery like the carrots are when we do fermented carrots. And so I got 2 jars of those going, and I can't wait to try those. Hopefully I did those right also. I didn't look at a recipe. I just kind of did what I normally do.
I believe
I
in you.
added 4 tablespoons of salt in there with the water and just kind of shook it up and added the cleaned celery, and we'll just see how it turns out. So,
Darling, thank you.
yeah. They had been sitting in the fridge for a while, and I didn't want them to go to waste, so
All right, and we bought extra because they cost how much?
they were 14 cents
14
a bag.
cents, yeah. I'll show them some of the stuff I got today before I move on.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, I actually just got back from a town run and ran to our one friend, like I said, at one of the stores we were shopping at. I know I did a video, it was at least 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago now, just talking about some amazing deals, including being limited to 70 cents worth of celery because they would only let you buy 5 packets and they were 14 cents a packet. Last time I bought some Envy apples, which were a little different, but they were $1 a pound last week when I was there. These were $1 a pound this time. They're different than the Envy apples, but they are, you know, $1 a pound for apples. That's absolutely amazing. Also, this is 4 pounds of navel oranges. Those are $1 each right now. So I picked up like 5 of them because I'm like, we will just eat these as snacks. You know, I don't think we'll make any juice or anything else. Last time we did dehydrate some of the apple, and those were really good. I really want to make a solar dehydrator, and then as we get opportunities like that in the future, just constantly run that thing and put up a whole bunch. Stuff like this though too, lemons, right? 2 pounds, that was $1. You know, and I also picked up a small bag of key limes, which is like, you know, 20, 30 key limes for 98 cents. Oh yeah, and here's that other head of Napa cabbage. My little guy nibbled on a little bit, Doc. But that's a big head of Napa cabbage. I bet you that's 2 to 3 pounds maybe. It feels not quite 4, but 2 or 3. That was 98 cents too, you know. That's a lot for 98 cents. So in our area, there's good deals still out there. If you guys talk with your friends, do a little research, check a little things out, maybe you can find amazing deals in your area too. I'm not just trying to brag about mine, but inspire you guys to look for others. Some of you guys got that message the first time. More of you might have got it the second time. Third time's a charm, right? In other news, besides, I don't know, Sweet Pepper had a birthday in October, Red Pepper had a birthday, then I had a birthday, then little Chili Pepper, Doc Pepper, he had a birthday. A friend of mine actually sent me this. And this is going to change quite a few games. I'm going to hold off the side so you can see it a little bit better. He sent me this for my birthday. And what he does is he screws it directly into his bow fishing bow and has it hold a light on the front of his bow fishing bow, so that way he can what's it called? Yeah, he can see when he's bow fishing at night. Now that's a great use for this for sure, but then I also noticed it's got the GoPro attachment here, right, which is cool because I have GoPro camera. And then it also has the attachment here to fit into like the bottom of my Canon Rebel T7i. And because this is so rigid and tough, I can actually like clamp it onto things, lock it in place, and I'm thinking it's going to support the weight of even my big camera rather well, which will give me a much better opportunity to film some better stuff for you guys. which is kind of cool too. Even right now, I've got an IBC tote, so it's got about a good height. And then I've got my phone laying at an angle from the outer rim onto it. And then I've got my camera set on top there to get the right angle for this shot. That's most of my camera stands. I remember Patrick from MT Knives was asking me what I use for a camera stand because he was looking at some stuff, and I like showed him a rock pillar fence. I'm like, I do a lot of that. So this is going to be really cool. I can't wait for bow fishing. Little Chili, who was playing the guitar in the beginning, he's going to be a bucket boy this year. When we shoot our fish and throw them on shore, he's going to go around with our other little pepper, bell pepper. Yeah, I think bell pepper, and fill the buckets with those while the rest of us shoot, because Buddy Pepper, our little bugger, he's going to be a shooter this year, which I don't know if I shared with you guys or not, but he actually was saving up his money to buy a bow. And I went out on a specific work trip, and I said, when I get back from this work trip, we'll go buy that bow with some of his birthday money from earlier in the year. And I was actually at a store while we were working. I saw like the bows he would need. I'm like, yeah, this is what we're gonna have to pick up. And then I went to the job site, and we were told we could grab some stuff out of the metal recycling at that job site, and this happened to be in there, and there's really not much metal at all on this thing, but it's a really good draw weight. Like, it would be what I would want for shooting suckers, and it's too tough for my little guy, Buddy. So we're gonna have Monster Truck pass his down to Bugger, and this will be Monster Trucks for the spring, and I bet you they're gonna lay into it hard. So that was a really cool find that I wasn't really planning on. And I know Struggler's Farm keeps asking about trim. Here's an example of some of the stuff I'm working on to get some trim up in my, and this is like for the edges in the living room. So I'm working on that project right now. Before too long, that should be up. And then there was just one more thing I felt like sharing in this video. I'm not sponsored by this company. I just like them, and it works really well for me. And the reason that this particular product that I'm going to cover now works really well for me is my hairstyle. If you look at my hairstyle, that's quite a big pile of dreads there. And while I like having, you know, a big pile of dreads, it's kind of some padding. It's a portable pillow. I can just rest my head, and I got a pillow right there. It's not always easy to, you know, sleep, toss and turn in your sleep. You don't want to wrap these around your neck and choke yourself. Sometimes I got to look down. That's harder to see. So what I like to do is actually use these face shields from SA Company. And I originally picked them up as face shields just to have a couple for hunting and stuff like that. Got some different camo tones and some stuff. I like using them for hunting for sure. But a byproduct of what they work well for is actually dreads. If I pull it down on my neck and then slide it back, you know, it'll hold all that out of my way. If I want to kind of put them up, I can just split them into two big piles and twist them like that in a circle. If I pull this up, you know, you can pull the bottom up, tuck in the top, pull those over, and then you just kind of tuck it back, and you've got them all up. Also, like this guy, that's getting kind of long these days. A lot of times I'll just tuck it in my shirt, like if I've got to cut something or something else, I don't want it getting wrapped up in some equipment. But then also I can just kind of tuck that back up in here too. So they had a good deal on some at the end of the year. I think I only paid 20 some bucks. Wow. And they send you a survival bracelet. Wow, does that got a fire starter on it too? Yeah, it does. Wow. This is a freebie. But this is the type of stuff I don't mind anyway. So you got your paracord, you got your compass, you got your whistle, and then you've got fire starter. So wow, that's really cool from SA Company. But they had a good deal at the end of the year. So what I decided was to pick up a small pile of them for myself. Yeah, total, including shipping, it was only 26 bucks. But I got black, some nice camo, some blue ones, some dark blue, and then like a hunting blaze orange one too. I'll show you one of these quick. But they just work well for me. Like I said, originally I picked them up as just face shields to have for that purpose. If I throw this on, And after time, they start off real tight. After time, they get a little looser, but if you wash them, they tighten right back up again, which I was really impressed with too. So, you know, if I'm hunting, that's a much better look than just my face for hunting. And I can even put one up this way, you know, one on over the top and just have like the ninja peek hole. And as opposed to having like all that stuff everywhere, you know, it can even capture all this up in one of these. So I like them. They work for me. You may not have dreads, but even if you've got like a lot of hair or something, besides a face shield, they may work really well for that too, daughter. That can either go on top of that pallets or on top of that pallet of cans. So I just thought I would mention that. Like I said, not sponsored or anything like that. It's just, it works really well for my hairstyle to have some of these around and be able to use them. So cool gifts lately for sure. Plus what Mama showed, deals are still out there. Check your area. There's got to be some cheaper food somewhere than what you're used to buying. So feel free to check your area. I've got a couple other things to do, and we'll see you next time. Papa out.